The Honourable Adam Searle.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. I rise to make a contribution in this House tonight about a scourge in our society, the widespread abuse and exploitation of our young people at work through the underpayment and the non-payment of wages for work performed. A 2-month Fairfax media investigation into the underpayment of young workers aged 18 to 24, published in the Illawarra Mercury in December of last year, uncovered claims of exploitation in cafes, restaurants and shops right across the Illawarra, and there has been significant coverage in both that publication and also the Sydney Morning Herald about these events in the last week as well. 13 young workers shared their stories publicly about being underpaid or not paid at all by their employers. It started with creative writing graduate Ashley Mounser, who after working at one charcoal chicken outlet being paid only $12 an hour, well below the award wage for her age, she was offered work at just $10 an hour in another outlet in the same chain the following day. Shocked at such brazen illegal behaviour, she sent a call out to other university students to provide her with their own experiences about underpayment and where they had had those experiences, which led to tales from 67 other young persons that revealed that many young people are being chronically shortchanged and some paid close to only half of what they should legally be earning. Others routinely worked as many as 20 hours a week unpaid as part of a so-called work trial that could last days or in some cases weeks. She soon acquired the names of over 50 businesses, including some of the most popular Wollongong establishments, which disturbingly were located mostly within a 3-kilometre square radius. Examples provided to her included requiring up to 1 month unpaid trial with no guarantee of shifts, paying as little as $8 per hour, requiring young people to work 10 hours with no break, and other examples where employers took 50% tax from those who were working off the books. Disturbingly, a number of these businesses appeared also to rely on the employment of foreign students, many of them studying at the local Wollongong University, often without the knowledge of their work rights in this country or family or friends to support them. These experiences were at the heart of the Fairfax media investigation and the showcasing of the 13 examples, and also led to the South Coast Labor Council and its Secretary, Mr Arthur Rorris, taking up 13 cases of under non-payment. And I'd like to commend the work of the South Coast Labor Council in doing so. Current estimates is that the 13 workers showcased were underpaid anywhere between $100 and $200 per week, in some cases amounting to the underpayment or non-payment of thousands of dollars for students in some of the cases. The South Coast Labor Council was working diligently at resolving the claims by discussion and negotiation, but recent information shows that a number of businesses, particularly the larger businesses rather than the smaller ones, are remaining stubbornly uncooperative. These stories are backed by new research that shows that the systemic exploitation of workers under the age of 25 in cafes, restaurants and shops is putting downward pressure on wages overall in a region where youth unemployment sits at nearly 17%, more than double the national jobless rate of 5.6%. This will be compounded by the recent decision of the Fair Work Commission to drastically slash by a third the Sunday rates of pay for those who work in the hospitality, fast food and pharmacy industries. And recent information also suggests that the exploitation of young workers is not limited to the Illawarra, but is a widespread phenomenon. And we've seen reports about allegations of systemic wage theft in branded businesses such as 7-Eleven, Pizza Hut, Caltex and of course Baker's Delight, just to name some. These events resulted in my convening with the South Coast Labor Council a roundtable discussion at the University of Wollongong on Tuesday of last week with representatives of the university and the Illawarra Chamber of Commerce, together with affected students, union representatives and my Illawarra Labor colleagues, Shadow Treasurer Ryan Park, MP for Kira, and the new Wollongong MP, Mr Paul Scully. The MP for Shell Harbour, Anna Watson, was unavailable due to ill health. I thank the university for hosting the event and commend them for taking a strong stand against the exploitation of young workers. Apart from Ms Mounser, other affected students, Lucy Vance and Kiara Robinson, were also present and able to share their experiences, and a consensus appears to emerge from those discussions around whether businesses should be required to display their rates of pay on their walls, as they have to display their business numbers and licences. Another very strong view that emerged was that businesses should be monitored to ensure they're not underpaying staff in the same way they're checked for OH&S, and also the responsible service of alcohol. I look forward to conducting further roundtables of this kind across the state.
Yeah.